Welcome back to Farm Rescue, where we're trying to help the Williams family get their farm established and profitable from the ground up. We start with $100,000 and 2 plots of land, and so far we've added this grass field here, which is getting close. Says it's ready to harvest, but we want it to grow a little bit more before we cut it. And in this area, we've cut grass as well. It's looking really good, so, to your eye, you might think it might be time to cut it already again. But as we take a look at the edge of where we stopped last time, you can see this extra length here is what I want on this grass. So it'll probably be July where we'll cut the field over there and this again. This month, we're going to focus on all of the grass on this side of the barns, as well as probably here. I think, gosh, we might have this stuff sent to the dump. I've been trying to find an owner for it or someone to purchase the metal. We're not getting any bites. This tire is just not really that good anymore. So we might just cut our losses there. You can see our soybeans coming in nice. Look at those rows, clean rows. So it'll be probably October when we get a chance to harvest that. But we've got a lot of money that we need to find and earn and save up between now and then to get a decent combine for this family. Earlier this morning, I was up testing out some stuff over here with our mower. I wanted to see if we wanted to keep it or get a different one. I decided to make a small change. It cost us about $200 to pull this off. You can see here we have this new little brush hog type mower here attached to the back. And the blade is modified a little bit. We've lowered it down so that it'll get a good cut for it. The other mower just wasn't really working very good with some of the mechanics of the game, to be honest with you, the GPS. So I switched it out, and this one would have been cheaper to buy to begin with. So this is what we're going to go with now. Again, we sold the other one for about $825 and bought this one for $1,000. So a little bit of a loss, not too bad. But we're going to keep going. We're going to keep plugging away this month, get the rest of this grass cut, potentially get this junk out of here so we can let the grass spread across the whole area here. But yeah, that's the plan. So we're going to get going here. We'll regroup probably when it's time to row it. And yeah, $11,000 in our name, in the family name, not our name. And that'll last us just about 2 months of payments. So we got to get this grass quickly baled so we can start turning into silage so we can make sure we have more money coming in. And just finding a spot for the mower for now. And I have this thought that the way this grass gets mowed, would it be easier to just bale it? I mean, this might waste some time, but we don't have the best rower. It might just be faster to do it this way. We're going to give it a shot. I mean, we would have to do all of these passes with the windrower, and the windrower is not much bigger. So we would do the same amount of passes right now. So if we just kind of cruise around and do the same lines that we're doing with a mower, it should be quicker, right? In theory? I think so. I mean, so far it seems like the width of this thing's just as good as the windrower, and we're not having to do, going over this. We already gone over it once with the mower. We go over it, once with the windrower and then once with the baler. I know the baler would be half as many passes, but I don't know. Let me know if I'm crazy or not, or is this is faster with the scenario that we have. I feel like it is. So we're going to do it this way. And honestly, I'm hoping for about, I don't know, six bales, maybe 7 would be nice. And then next month when we cut the larger area, that's when I'm really hoping for a nice amount of bales to get us a good amount of money in, because that combine that we're looking at, it's pretty pricey, because I don't want to go with a real tiny one. I want one that could last a little while for them and not have to instantly upgrade their combine. So just some thoughts, but obviously when we get to the point where we need to harvest based on what money we have, that's when we'll be making that decision. Well, that's worst case scenario. Oh, that's gonna need extra time to dry if it's not completely ruined. Oh man, wet bale. Bad timing. Super bad timing. I miss my equipment. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, it's well worth it for the Williams family, but man, I miss my tractors. Oh, that one was close. Didn't quite get in the water. Keep plugging away. We're doing pretty good though. I believe at my count, we're at 9 bales already. And we only got 10 on the field across the street the first time. So yeah, there's 2 in here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I can see, 9 over there. So this next one that we fill up will be 10. Not bad if we do get it full, and I think we will. So that's pretty good. Not quite enough grass to find our 11th or finish our 11th bale here, but the way these balers work, they will be in the baler for us next time we mow, which will be next month. So we'll get that 75% out in a full bale soon. So we're gonna go get the baler put away, get the wrapper, get these wrapped, get them loaded up on the low loader, and that'll be it for the day. And then July, we gotta find something to, we gotta cut more grass in July. We desperately could use a little more horsepower. This area seemed to yield pretty well. It'll be nice to get it to grow back, and I think we will sprinkle a little bit of seed down on some of those spots that are kind of bare and get them growing a little bit better, potentially. But that is a ditch. You know, you could argue whether or not we should have even cut in there, but we did because we needed a little extra cash trying to find as much money as possible for the Williams family. Time to get the wrapper put away. I think we'll just leave it out because, you know, we're going to use it next month very, very soon. And as some fine people suggested in the comments, I possibly had it lowered like this in the winter and was trying to drive around, which could be the case, but also I've noticed that it does get stuck in second gear, and I do have to manually shift it to third every once in a while, and I think that might have been the problem we were having earlier on in the winter. Yep, 65.4 yards of grass, and we'll get that into the barn again like we've done the last few times, and we'll collect a lot more next month. From time to time, opportunities present themselves to me during these farm rescues, and I do some side jobs to get a little bit of extra cash for myself while there's not a lot going on for the family that we're helping out, and this is one of them. The same family that we purchased the tractor from, I was in communications with him. His name is Ken, and Ken decided that it was a good idea to get some help this year during harvest, and I was kind of talking to him about, you know, what I'm doing in town and all that, getting to know him a little bit. And this became an opportunity to help train Bill as well a little bit about harvesting. So I'm getting started here. Bill's going to get here in a little bit and help me with the grain cart for a while, and then we will switch off and he'll drive the combine for a while. There should be a semi getting here as well with a larger trailer so that we don't have to do a ton of trips with John Deere's here to the co-op to sell the grain or the canola here for the family. But that's part of the deal. We'll get some money. We're going to split the profit of this contracted work here. Half of it will go to the Williams family, half of it will go to my business and my funds, which is good. Usually it's all goes to me and the company when I do these side jobs, but since we're having Bill help to learn, we're going to give him a little bit of money, and it should help both situations out. It'll help me out in my business as well as the Williams family, as we can get a little bit more money in their pockets to help out. So we'll see. It should be close to about 10 grand for each of us for helping out here. Yeah, pretty good opportunity. Can't really ask for better equipment to train someone on. Our equipment will probably look a little different when we buy combine for the Williams family, but at least we'll get them some training in here on how to use this machinery. Now, based on the yield here, we're able to go 10 miles an hour, so that'll make this job even quicker. And keep in mind, this is a pretty good field to harvest, and we have our own work to do that we really want to get done this month. So hopefully we can get this done good. If we get to a point where I can hand it off to Bill, I will head back and start working on cutting the fields. But yeah, this is great. 10 grand at least, it seems like. It depends on how much yield we get on this is gonna determine what they're gonna pay us, and it seems to be typically what I've been getting into with these contracts around here. Getting the first load filled up, and I'm gonna let Bill take over, but we're gonna go switch. Apparently their new auger wagon is here, and we're gonna go ahead and load what we have in. It was not a semi. I thought it was a semi, but we're gonna load what we have in here in that one and then pull it out. I guess it's a big boy, so hopefully this tractor can pull it. Otherwise, I'll talk to Ken about getting the right tractor of his available to us to pull that one around as well, and you'll see it in just a second. Should have enough height here. Yeah, it'll be perfect. What a beautiful farm. We may fill this up as well, so that'll be interesting to see, but I'm gonna get over here and prepped, and once Bill tells me, we'll go unload. But Bill's doing a great job. I didn't get over there in time, so he's completely full It's a little sidetracked with a few other things. So yeah, turning with this, it struggles a little bit, especially going uphill. You can see the angle there. Back at it, my turn to get back in the combine. So that's 2 loads so far. It'll be interesting to see how many full loads we get of this hopper on this large field, which is way larger than anything we're gonna be harvesting anytime soon. I'm just gonna take another headland off here, maybe 2 more, and then turn back around and start doing ups and downs there. Yeah, we didn't do the whole headland. I decided to just do a couple end rows here just to give us a little more room. And it also will get rid of a little bit of awkwardness with the shape of the field. And we should be able to go completely finish this row here. And then we should be able to do ups and downs and not have to worry about any of the jets, like the little curves of the field here, as we take care of it on this last pass right now. And then we'll head back down the field and back up, and hopefully one of these times we'll get full near the wagon, or pay attention enough to drive the wagon closer. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, and I think it'd be wise to do another end row here as well, based on that ditch there we don't want to run into. And that'll also take care of some of the awkwardness at this end of the field as well. So one of the things I forgot to mention was this is a good way to teach Bill how to network with everybody in town and help him figure out how to maximize the profit of his farm. By doing contract work for other farmers around town is definitely the best way for him to speed up the profitability of his own farm and get some more income coming in for buying more equipment and, you know, just paying bills. So that's definitely a good lesson being learned here for Bill as we continue this adventure with the Williams family. Almost 2,000 bushels here. We're going to go get this dropped off where Ken needs it, and then we'll find out how much money we're going to get for this contract. We did have to get Ken's truck and trailers here. Just worried I didn't get straight enough. And this should be the correct location. So we'll get up here, we'll start dumping in and see what happens. The last, oh, our money's going up a lot. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. We're gonna check with Ken to see if there was a mistake there. I think there was a mistake. So yeah, we'll get him on the phone and we'll get this back and get the John Deere back as well. And we'll regroup. So that didn't seem right. So we cleared it up with Ken. Only 10,000 of that was supposed to be ours. So we've transferred him $29,000. And then the contract was 13,370, of which is our money, or the Williams money. And the deal I worked out with Bill was we're going to transfer 10,000 of that to my account. And that is done. So now we're sitting at $20,000 for Bill and family. And this tractor here, I'm going to have Bill drive back, and I'm going to try to hook up my truck to the windrower because of us being so honest with Ken. He's decided to let us borrow some of this equipment to speed up the rest of our day. Must not have the right hitch on here. We'll have to come back and get it. So yeah, great deal for us being able to get that equipment to borrow. And, you know, I don't typically do that, but he was really impressed with our honesty, like I mentioned, and we really helped them out. So they figured might as well help us out as well. Asked him how much he wanted for us borrowing it for the day. He said no charge at all. So without selling any silage today, we're sitting at $20,000 for the Williams family, and I made 10 grand, so that's all good. Well, we got all the equipment moved over here, and we're gonna cut this field for the first time. And this mower is definitely gonna make this job a whole lot easier. Yeah, look at that. This is gonna be super fast, and this is the type of equipment I want for the Williams family long term. So it's nice to get a good sample of it, and Bill can see how quickly we're able to get this done today. He had a fun day. He learned a lot, so he's going to relax the rest of the day, hang out with his wife, and we're going to get this done and let him know how many bales we get out of here. The original plot of land gave us 10. I feel like it's a failure if we don't get like 13. We'll see. Even like the Williams family got pretty unlucky with the type of soil they have on their property. And I can kind of see, wow, the family that owned this before was probably struggling as well. And that's probably why they sold, and they didn't tell them that. But we'll make the best of it. We'll teach them some tricks. We're getting as much yield out of it as we can for the soil type with the way we're treating it. We could buy gosh, I guess we could roll it and potentially get a little more yield, but we don't really have the funds to purchase a roller right now. But we'll get this finished cut. We'll cut the other area to our right as well, and see how many bales we can get. All right, the cutting's all done. So now it's time to get the windrower going and row all this up. And this is going to be so much more enjoyable than that tiny little rower we got. Or that tiny little rake. Oh, that's just my truck. It's fine. We got that all rowed up. We're going to do the other field next. But first, I just got a notification from the bale sales location that they are low on stock and prices are at a all-time high. So we are going to grab the silage that we have and we're going to head over there. And I hope Ken doesn't mind. We're going to use his tractor to pull this trailer a little bit quicker. Now, I'm not sure how our environmental score is going to look right now, but we should get about $28,000. Not bad. We're sitting 31,000. Oh man, this experiment with the Williams family, it's going great. That contract really helped, and so did selling that. Let's go get the rest of this baled up. Do want to get this first section baled up before we row the other one, just because I'm super interested to see how many bales we're going to get. So we'll get this unloaded here. And we're, using this equipment. It's beautiful. We'll have to get it back to him before the end of the day. But definitely made life a lot easier. And just pull this trailer, or this baler, a lot faster. All right, there's already one, but we definitely had one in here, so we'll keep that in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that a 14th? So 13, we said 13 was minimum to feel successful. I think we did it. All right, let's get the rest of this taken care of. Man, it could be like 15 or 16. The soil type was different. Oh, we did our math wrong. It's 14. Beautiful. We got 6 others. So I'm just picking them up now. We got 6 others from over here. So we'll get these stacked nice in a second. But yeah, that's exciting. Go right there. That works. And we'll come over here. We'll pick these up now and then go get those other 2. So 12 plus 6 is 18. That's pretty good. So an extra 4 bales this time, and that should be more than enough to pay for the product that we used over here. Not really worried about the cost of the implements because those will pay for themselves over time. All right, let's go ahead and drop that right there. We'll grab onto the mower and we will take that back. We'll come back and get the windrower and clean everything else up. But you guys don't have to hang out for that. This has been a very eventful 2 months. A lot of learning for Bill, and we also need to we need to lime and spread that for fertilizer and lime here over here. Yeah, we got to take care of that. We'll do that as well. But a lot of excitement, you know, around 50,000. I think we started with 6,000 today, or 10,000. So we made about 41,000 in 2 months time for the Williams family. Very, very productive day, I would say, and it's making me feel really good about what we're setting up for the Williams family long term. I'm Socksway Up. I will catch you on the next episode of Farm Rescue.